a punch, then I make them catch 5,000 ones in an hour, I'ma make it stretch. I just made a mess, I just made a mess. I got cash by the bundle, so I'll never press. I just made a mess, I just made a mess.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for Najee Harris. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They're going to look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football.
I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket on against the right defense? And they had
put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point splits the uprights.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
On second down, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
Touchdown! Chase Claypool, 76 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
He's going to let it go again. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Cleveland.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the 1st round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Now Lawrence. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now stands at 13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the shotgun, Lawrence, and he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will shrink to 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to go up top again. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description.
It got his man complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2.
Steelers 37, Browns 35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's James Washington. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A throw over the middle, taken in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now back to throw. He's got his target, Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Second and 10. On play action, Lawrence rolling to his left. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. To throw again is Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Our first update now comes from Atlanta, and the 49ers are out to the early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Quick slant, finding Claypool.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw. Washington's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Boswell's kick is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Again, it's Harris.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Browns drive about to get started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
They go play action with Lawrence.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And finding the tight end, Hooper.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And now headed the other way. They're across midfield.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. The Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far,
It's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 71 yards. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Second and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches,
and in for the Steelers touchdown.
Pat Fryermuth.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the interception by the Steeler Dean leads to a touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the right side with Harris.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he?
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 81 yards.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second and 3. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, yeah, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Browns drive about to get started.
That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
Flushed out right.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a tough. And they'll begin at the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend.
Here's Rudolph. Here's Johnson with a reception. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd and 9, Rudolph.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, here's an option play left. Rudolph showing the power. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
29 is Mike 29. It's been a long day for you.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. Boswell's kick is good, and their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Hey, Steve 6.
Now Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
X3, 218, jump.
A final shot now for Lawrence. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of